That's a mushroom.
It is a mushroom.
It definitely is not a chicken. That is amazing.
Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tracy, and I am heading back to Nashville. I'm currently in Memphis. Just stopped to get some gas. Had a slight encounter with the lady working at the gas station, and it caught me off guard at first because I just don't have those kind of encounters in Nashville, and so I was thrown off. But then I snapped back into Memphis Tracy, which is one of the reasons I'm happy I don't live here anymore, because I feel like just to get through the day, you have to be on guard and just like have this kind of combative personality or attitude. Just
at the next stop sign, turn right.
Just to make it through the day, because that energy I just got from the gas station was so ridiculous. But anyway, today is Sunday. It is about noon. I got here to Memphis Friday night about 5 o'clock, and the only reason I came to Memphis really was to see my cousins. I was missing them. My cousin Sam, his wife, and their children, and I've been missing them. And my cousin does my hair, but she was booked up all weekend, which is fine. I just, whenever she fits me in, she fits me in. But I got here Friday, and my cousin went out with his friends for his friend's birthday, and Corinne and I watched the movie called The Whale. It was Brendan Fraser. She wanted to watch it because he just won an Oscar for the role. I do not recommend this movie at all. I do not recommend this movie, okay? I do not recommend it. However, it was very interesting. It was such an interesting movie. It was really dark, but it was so well shot and so well acted that at moments you felt like you were in the living room with them. There was so freaking much going on with this movie. Like, this movie, I can't believe I actually made it through the first scene, because this movie was non-stop. At one point, I even looked at Corinne. I was like, why are we watching this? She was like, I don't know, but I got to know what happens. And I was like, yes, I have to know what happens, so we have to finish watching it now. So we finished watching it. We were both crying at the end, and I was like, I don't ever want to see that movie again. She was like, no, that was something. I don't know what it was. So I love that moment watching the movie with her, because typically she and I don't do anything, just the two of us. I mean, the 3-year-old was there, but typically my cousin Sam is always around. So I loved watching the movie with her. I loved having that moment with her, and we both were feeling the same way, like, what the hell. And then Saturday, I woke up and got dressed and had brunch with Keela. Keela and I met on the internet. I think Keela and I met in the Gold Mining Cocoa Facebook group. And we didn't meet until after I moved to Nashville, though she lives here in Memphis. And ever now and again, I'll post that I'm coming to Memphis, and she'll like, can we meet? And I would always say no. I don't have time, because I always make my time here in Memphis very limited, because I don't want people, number one, to know that I'm here, and number two, I'm not finna drive all over the city seeing people that, you know, my family members who go to Nashville all the time to go to the Opry Mills Mall to do their shopping, and don't tell me that they're in Nashville. There is nothing wrong with them doing that. There's nothing wrong with you visiting Nashville and not telling me that you visited Nashville. That's not my issue. I don't care at all. The issue is, keep the same energy when I come to Memphis. You don't need to see me. just keep the same energy. So they used to frustrate me because at the time I felt obligated and felt bad for saying no. But since I've been on this self-care journey, no is my strongest muscle. Okay? It's the strongest muscle I have. No. So now I post, I don't care who knows. Because what I'm not going to do is drive all over the city trying to see people. And so I loved meeting Keela in person. It was just so cool because we've had some of the best conversations over Instagram DMs and via, you know, sharing our phone numbers. I've had just such amazing conversations with her. I love the way she's a great mom. Like, I'm always asking her about the girls, and she's talking about them as they're growing up, and I love talking to her about being a mom because you can tell how much she loves it and how committed she is to it. And I love the way she only speaks kindly of her husband. She never ever has one negative thing to say about him. And you guys, that is really rare. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. I told her that the other day when we were talking, I was like, I love the way you only speak kindly of him. And she was like, that's it. And I was telling her that I know only a few other married people in my life that do that. And I gravitate more towards that in my dating life. And as I'm getting to know different, you know, men, and I have decided that I want to get married again. So I'm dating much more seriously now. And I love that. And I want to have that where I just have a good partnership with someone. And they speak kindly of me and I speak kindly of them. So I love that. And one of my favorite moments of having brunch with Keela yesterday was when she said grace and we held hands while she said grace. Listen, I am very much that friend that will tell you that I love you to your face. I'm very much that friend who will just say, I only call you to see how you're doing and want you to know that I love you and that you're not alone, you're not by yourself, you have someone in your corner. I am very much that friend, so when I meet someone else that's comfortable with sharing that type of care and love with me, it makes me even love them even more. Because I'm very much, I don't care, like if I hold hands with another woman in public, that doesn't make me uncomfortable. I don't care, like if another woman hugs me and kisses me in public or something like that, that doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me to see it, and it doesn't bother me to give it, it doesn't bother me to receive it. So when I meet someone who's just as comfortable with our friendship, it makes that relationship even more special to me. I remember it was a little over a year ago, I went to girls' night at my friend Courtney's house, and it was actually my second time meeting KP in person, but she doesn't remember us meeting the first time, which is fine. And so I love KP. I love KP so much. So when I was giving her a hug and so happy to see her, and she was like feeling on me, Tracy, it's really you. Because once again, you have friends on the internet, then you finally get to meet them in person. It's like, OMG, you're a human. And so I was like, KP, can I tell you I love you? She was like, yes. And Courtney said, of course you'll tell you. We won't expect anything else from you. I was like, good. I'm glad y'all know. So then I went back to my cousin's house, and honestly, after I left brunch with Keela yesterday, I went back to his house and I slept for hours, you guys. I probably went to sleep about 1:30 or something like that, and then wake up to like 5:30. I forgot where I was for a minute. One thing is I am in pain right now. I've been in pain since about Wednesday, and today is Sunday. And so the only reason I'm actually leaving right now is because I haven't been able to manage my pain at their house. So I was like, you know, well guys, let me just, before my pain gets any worse, let me go ahead and go home and do the things I need to do to care for myself. And so that's the only reason I'm leaving. So when I got to my cousin's house Friday, Cortland, my little cousin, is 10 now, and he wasn't there. And I brought oranges. This is such an old woman auntie thing to do, and I love that about myself. I love the old grandma that I'm becoming, even though I don't have any children. And I brought some oranges. So he wants an orange like yours. He wants, can you get an orange like Deanne had? Can you get an orange like Deanne had? And she said, he is always talking about the oranges. And I told him that you get those oranges from Trader Joe's. There's no way you get the oranges from Kroger. And I looked at her, I said, this orange is exactly from Kroger. And she was like, this orange is so good. And then my cousin Sam was like, y'all, you need on the orange slices like chicken bones. And so he was like, let me try one. He was like, this orange is fine. But they're just navel oranges. And Corlin was like, when he finally got home, I was like, man, I brought you an orange, but you weren't here. He was like, where is it? I said, well, everybody ate it. He was like, Sam, did you eat some of my orange? Sam was like, yeah, man. It was good too. And he goes in the room with his mom. He's like, Mom, did you eat some of my orange? He was like, yeah, it was just one slice. He was like, but you know how long I've been waiting to get this orange. And I was like, Corlin, you can get another orange. They're just from the store. And she was like, he is always talking about you and them oranges. He was actually gone to stay with his grandmother when I got there. But when he found out that I was there, he decided he wanted to come home so he could see me, which was so beyond special to me. Like, and of course this morning, first thing this morning, he woke me up, came in the room, talking to me, and I was like, woo, I am not ready. But I absolutely got up, had this conversation with him. It was like I said, he's 10. And these moments are so beyond special. And when someone that's 10 or 3 or 25 or 32, however old they are, when someone wants to be in your presence and spend time with you, that is the most beautiful thing ever. I remember before my self-care journey, I was always confused as to why people liked me or why people loved me, because of the relationships that I have with my immediate family are conditional. So I grew up believing that love was conditional, that I had to be a certain way. And if someone ever loved me or cared about me, I would always stop them from loving me. Yes, I know how strange that is, but I would actually just stop people from loving me by just being an asshole. Just to end relationships, because it was so uncomfortable for me to allow people to love me when I didn't love myself. But the more I love myself, the more I'm loving other people. And the more I'm loving other people, the more I'm allowing them to love me. And I allow people to love me whatever their love language is. My personal love language is quality time. My primary love language is quality time. So if someone else's love language is gifts and they give me a gift, I know how special that is. I know how important that is to them to show their love to me by the way they like to receive it. And so really the only reason I came to Memphis was just to get some love and to give some love. And I just had so many special moments with so many people this weekend that I didn't even get to see everyone I wanted to see. I wanted to see Kim, I wanted to see Rachel, and I wanted to see Brandy. But like I said, I'm just not able to manage my pain. I technically don't have to be back into Nashville until Tuesday. I was going to stay tonight and possibly Monday evenings. But I just was sitting there today and it was like nothing I could do to get myself out of pain. And the medicine that I have isn't working. And I didn't want to bring any strong pain medicine because I knew I would have to drive home. So I'm glad I went ahead and decided to leave now. But when I was packing up, Casey, the 3-year-old, was sitting in my lap and we were just hanging out. And I was like, go tell your dad that I'm leaving. And she was like, where you going? I said, I'm going home. You going home? Why you going home? I was like, I just, I need to go home. She said, okay. So she told him. And her mom heard her tell him. Korea said, Dan, you leaving? I said, yeah. She said, wait, are you leaving? I said, yes. Why? That was just like the world to me because she's my cousin by marriage, but she's my cousin, you know what I mean? Till death do us part. And so the fact that she lets me come into her home makes me feel so welcome, and she actually likes that I feel welcome there. That all is so important to me. That all matters so much. dipping the brush in my Charlotte Tilbury palette, and I didn't care. And I noticed that I didn't care. I was like, dang, I really love this little girl because she is tearing this palette up, and I just really don't care. And in that moment, I was thinking to myself, I really hope that she's making a core memory. I really hope that when she's 25, 35, 45, and if she chooses to wear makeup, that she's putting makeup on and she's thinking about how I let her plan my makeup with no rules, no regulations, just let her go wild with it. I hope she knows how much I love her always. And the same thing with Cortland. When he's older and he has a family and he has a really good orange later on in his life, I hope he knows how much I love him. Same thing with my brunch with Keela. I hope she knows that even if I'm on airplane mode, we're still friends. I'm not ignoring her. I'm doing the things that I need to do, and I know for a fact she knows that. I hope Corinne and Sam know how much they mean to me. Same thing with all of my friends and family. I make an effort to show them all the love in the world by spending quality time with them. And so far they love it. And I love this new part of me. I love this side of me that's really growing and that's really seeing things in a new light. I was telling Keela how limiting my beliefs are on so many subjects, like finances, like money. I was telling her that I had deleted so many of my budgeting videos from my channel because I just realized how much lack and how many limited beliefs I had around money, and that I'm going to start doing budgeting videos again soon, and how it's a little bit different this time. And it's the same thing I was telling you guys a minute ago. I had such limiting beliefs around love. I had so many limited beliefs about so many different things. And the more I release those limiting beliefs, the more the world opens all the way up for me. I'm in pain right now, but I know that it won't last forever. Whereas before, I didn't know how the hell I was going to get out of pain, but now I know it won't last forever. I know it's just temporary. And I did get to spend a good amount of quality time with the people that I spent with, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything like I used to. And so that's the whole reason for me making y'all ride with me and do this ramble, was just so you can know that you get to have so much love. You get to give it, you get to receive it, however you choose to. If you've not read the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, I highly suggest it, just so you can know what pockets your love is, and so that way you'll know. And one thing that I've noticed since reading that book is that I allow people to love me, like I said, however they want to. Now, if it's just not good for me, I don't stay in it. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If your love is not good for me, I'm not going to stay. It doesn't matter. Okay? I don't want to call no names out here, but I'm just saying, I don't care who you are. And that is another part of loving myself. I've been wanting to chat with you guys about love for a long time and how I've been feeling about it lately. I don't have any magic potions or any concoctions for you. It's just that allowing yourself to open up will bring you so much joy, and I hope you know that. I am going to ride down this highway. It is such a gorgeous day. I'm so happy. But look, it is so cold. This sky is extremely deceiving, but it's such a beautiful